Welcome back to the OG Spice Guy Show. I'm your host, Jonathan Raju, and today we're turning up the heat as we explore the fascinating world of organic chilies. How do chilies grow? Why do they change color? What makes some chilies way hotter than others? And, spoiler alert, did you know that a Chipotle is actually just a smoked red jalapeno? We'll get into all of that. Plus, we'll break down the science of capsaicin, the truth about spicy heat, and even how to cool down if you take a bite that's way too hot. And of course, we'll finish the episode with a hot sauce tasting challenge to put our taste buds to the test. Let's get into it. Today is going to be a spicy episode.
Ooh.
I think this is a really technical episode, but one of my favorite celebrity chefs is Alton Brown.
Yeah.
And the thing I loved about Alton was he would always break down the science of the food. So I want to be able to do that today because I don't think people really understand how complicated chilies are, from their evolutionary process to the way that they make us feel when we eat them, both physically and emotionally.
Exactly.
Before we get into the episode, I wanted to share something with you.
Okay.
I was listening to another podcast, My First Million.
Yep.
They were talking about this concept of kind of your life and the different connections that you make.
Yep.
And there was this idea of connecting dots. They were saying that, you know, when you're in it in real time, kind of moving forward, it's hard to understand the different dots, the interactions, and how they have meaning.
The relationships, when you say dots.
Yeah, exactly.
Relationships.
Relationships, dots, interactions, and how you can really only start to connect the dots retrospectively. So when you look back and you say, hey, you know, it was because of this that this happened, that this happened.
Yes.
So, I just love that term of life is about connecting and collecting dots.
Yeah, I think we both kind of do that in our businesses and in our private life. We connect dots. Like, oh, this guy's a cool guy. This woman is cool. And I'm going to foster that relationship in some way because I don't know how it will end up in the future.
Right.
So I'm collecting the dot now. And then when I look back on it, I see how they've connected to get us here. That's freaking great.
No, I love it. I love it.
When you're an entrepreneur, then that means something even more.
Oh, of course.
Or a sales guy, as you are.
Certainly as a sales guy.
So sales guys would understand what we're talking about.
You always
here.
have to be a yes.
Always a yes. I had a buddy that he had like his list of 30, and he had a theory that at any given time, you're really communicating to 30 people at once.
Oh, wow.
Right? But you might have 1,500 on your contact list, right?
Sure.
But you're not really usually talking to those people. But at any given time, you've got 30 people that are in your current conversation.
You collect any dots this week?
Dude, I kind of ran into Kevin Bacon this morning.
What?
I am now officially 2 degrees from Kevin Bacon. I did not officially meet him.
Okay.
Okay, so Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick.
Yeah.
Their quote-unquote granddaughter, I believe, goes to my kid's school.
Okay.
And my buddy was sitting right next to him. Their kids got awards. And so Kevin was there with his phone taking pictures, and my buddy was sitting right next to him. And that's a dot.
We should have Kevin Bacon on the podcast.
What are we thinking? Of course. I am fostering that relationship right now so that Kevin Bacon will come on the show. And
there you go.
And sometime we'll look back and realize how serendipitous it was. I sound like I said capsaicin.
Oh boy!
All right, so let's talk about chilies.
The first thing we should talk about when it comes to chilies is what is a chili, right? So chilies obviously were cultivated thousands of years ago. Chilies originally brought to Americas by Columbus.
Okay.
Because of the kind of burning feeling that chilies give you, Columbus mistaked them for black pepper. He thought it was part of the same family.
Okay.
So that's why we have the term today, chili peppers. Yeah. Red hot chili peppers.
Got it.
But chilies are different from black peppers. As you know, black pepper is a
fruit or a berry.
Berry. And chilies are a vegetable. Okay. So 2 different things. But they produce the same effect. So in a pepper, black peppercorns, it's piperine that gives it that kind of stinging, burning sensation. In a chili, there's 2 terms they get confused a lot. So you have capsicum, which is a pepper family. So people often mix up the term capsicum and capsaicin or capsicin. How do we say it?
Capsaicin.
Capsaicin. So, we'll clear that up a little bit. So capsicum is the scientific name for a pepper family. It includes, so here in our little display, we have bell peppers, habaneros, jalapeños, and even sweet peppers that aren't very spicy. All of these chilies belong to the genus capsicum, but not all of them are spicy. The second term is capsaicin. This is the heat compound. This is the actual compound that are within the chilies that make a chili spicy. So it's the compound that triggers the burning sensation on your tongue. Do you know where in the chili the most of this capsaicin?
I would have said the seeds are the hottest part of the chili.
A lot of people think it's the seeds. So I don't have an open, chili. When you cut open the chili, there's the placenta, which is the white part in the chili. That's the ribbing that kind of goes along the sides. That is where the highest concentration
of heat
lives in this compound, the capsaicin.
Did not know that.
Yeah. So let's say you're making something, you want to kind of tone down the heat, and you remove, a lot of people say remove the seeds. That is true. I'm sure there's some capsaicin in the seeds, but you're also removing that placenta, that pithy white part in the chili. So now you just have a little bit of a heat, but more importantly, you have the flavor.
Got it.
So those are the two different things. The two different terms when you're describing
heat
and chilies. Also, another interesting fact is, did you know that smaller chilies, so let's take a small chili. I actually have a small little, you know what this guy is?
It looks like a ghost pepper of some sort.
It does look like a ghost pepper. We'll talk about a ghost pepper a little later. This is a habanero.
Oh.
So as you can see, it's physically a lot smaller than a bell pepper.
Yep.
So smaller chilies have a tendency to be hotter than larger ones.
Okay.
You know why?
No.
It's an adaptation mechanism to prevent from getting eaten. So a small chili like this could easily be eaten by a mammal. Something, let's take here in suburbia, it would be like a squirrel. The problem with mammals is we have a lot of teeth, and we really chew and break down our food. So if a squirrel were to eat this, it's going to eat the seeds. And by eating the seeds, it's going to masticate or chew the seeds, break them down, and it's essentially going to ruin the seeds, which ruins this chili's chance of being spread. So instead, it actually wants to be eaten by another animal. That animal is a bird.
Okay. It wants to be eaten by a bird.
It wants to be eaten by a bird. You know why?
No.
Well, like anything in life, it wants to spread its seeds. So birds are unaffected by chilies because they do not have the receptors that would actually receive the capsaicin.
Okay.
So birds can eat an entire chili. Birds, because they don't have teeth, so they can't chew the seeds, they can't ruin the seeds, they will swallow the seeds whole. And then they fly off and they disperse the seeds elsewhere.
Poop them out. But yeah, you're right. They're whole seeds. They're not chewed up and digested and things.
Exactly.
They're just whole seeds in there in the poop.
Exactly.
And you're saying that evolutionarily,
yeah,
that is the mechanism of the small pepper to spread itself.
So these larger chilies are not really afraid of being eaten by mammals. So it's the smaller guys who want to protect themselves. There's chilies that are way smaller than this, a lot of like Thai chilies that are tiny, tiny little guys, but man, are they hot. So really, really interesting kind of evolutionary adaptation that these chilies have.
Absolutely. Clearly, the hotness of a habanero versus the hotness of a bell pepper. Number one, we're saying
size.
Size
matters.
Okay, size matters. That's good. And those are both chilies.
They're both chilies. They're both part of the capsicum family.
No, the capsaicin family. Chilies are capsaicin.
Capsaicin is the active ingredient.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are the genus?
The capsicum.
Got it.
Capsicums.
See, okay, so they're all capsicums?
All capsicums.
Okay, great.
All capsicums.
All right, get it.
So the other thing that affects chilies is where they're grown. You'll see them in hot, environments. Here in the United States, right, it's a lot of New Mexico, right? New Mexico chilies. That's where we get our specialty chilies from for HQO. And then you'll see them in other parts of the world where there's a high temperature climate. So India, the Caribbean. And these are also places where the cuisine is typically hot. Right? Being Indian, I will take friends out to dinner. You want to go get Indian food? Oh, I can't do it. It's too spicy for me.
When are we going to Indian again?
We should do it.
Oh, my
I don't know
gosh.
if we ever had Indian food.
I don't think. I mean, not you and I.
Yeah. Now, a lot of Indian cuisine, especially here in the United States, is North Indian food. We're from South India, so that food's even hotter.
Oh, okay. South is hotter?
South is hotter.
And it's because it's hotter, maybe?
The way I've always heard it is in these places where it's really spicy, where it's really hot,
Yep.
You eat spicy food because it makes you sweat. And by sweating, right, that's the body's way of cooling off. Sweat evaporates and it pulls heat off of your body.
Cool.
So you'll see it in a lot of really hot environments. So India, Thai. So Thai food can be really, really spicy.
What's making these chilies hot?
So you could grow the same type of chili in a mild environment. Let's just take Los Angeles, for example, during the summer. It might get 80 degrees, pretty Mediterranean climate here. Chilies will grow. But if you grow a chili in the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, where it gets really hot, that same species of chili, take the habanero, will be actually hotter. It will have a higher SHU or Scoville heat unit. I'll get into that a little later on.
Got it.
Same chili grown in two different places. And the reason being is because capsaicin is a natural defense that actually helps protect the chili from pests, animals, and environmental stress. So in hot, arid climates, chili plants, they face harsh sunlight, low water availability. And there's some studies that will suggest that higher capsaicin levels may actually help reduce water loss from the plant. So it protects the fruit from drying out in extreme heat. More capsaicin may also help to shield the fruit from UV radiation.
Tell me what Scoville is.
So Scoville it stands for, in the industry, we call it SHU. What's the SHU level? SHU, Scoville Heat Unit.
Got it.
So the scale was developed by Wilbur Scoville in 1912. So originally heat levels were tested by diluting chili pepper extracts in sugar water until it could no longer taste the heat. So today we measure capsaicin with high performance liquid chromatography, HPLC. I knew that's what you were just about to say it. And we still use the Scoville scale today. So on the commercial side, let's take cayenne, for example. At HQO, we sell 3 different levels of cayenne. Simply put, it's mild, medium, and hot. But technically, when you read our certificate of analysis, it will say the Scoville heat unit at X range. So to give you a little bit of context, a poblano pepper, so that's the pepper that's seeded and stuffed for like a chili relleno. It's got about a 1 to 2,000 SHU.
Okay.
Something in the middle,
that's very mild, I would say.
Very mild. Yeah, almost no discernible heat.
Different than a bell pepper. Bell pepper is more mild. But a poblano is only 1 to 3. You said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a jalapeno.
This is a jalapeno, right? It's probably what everybody's familiar with. So that is going to have anywhere from a 3,000 to 8,000 SHU. My wife likes really spicy foods. She'll join us a little later on for our chili
taste test.
Exactly. So she'll go out and she'll get jalapenos, especially if we're in like a Mexican restaurant. She'll be like, oh, this one was a dud. It's lower in that Scoville range. Maybe it's only 2,500.
Yep.
Whereas, sometimes she'll be like, oh, this one's making my ears ring. It's really spicy, so it's higher in the Scoville scale. On a more extreme end, you have something like a habanero that is going to be 100,000 up to 350,000 SHU. So really, really hot.
Serious.
So I think some of the hot sauces that we have today, we're the social media girls. We have one from the Hot Ones. Is that right?
Yeah,
what was the SHU on that? You said 100,000?
135,000.
Yeah, 135. So
135,000.
So but if we just bit that thing out and just sat there and chewed that thing, it would not be pleasant.
I don't think so. So.
What's the difference between the red and the green jalapeno?
Good question. So these are the same pepper. These are the same pepper. All these bell peppers are the same. We'll pull them out here.
The colors are I see. So you get
So let me see if I can do this right.
Orange.
It's gonna be like this. It's the same pepper. It's just left on the vine longer.
Oh.
Actually, it'd probably be like this.
Probably. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Now flip the yellow and the orange.
Yellow and the orange.
I see what you're saying. So that's just left on the vine.
It's left on the vine longer. So green to red to orange to yellow.
Yep.
So if you ever go to the grocery store, these yellow and orange, especially the orange, are more expensive.
Yeah.
They taste the same. It's the same pepper. It's just pretty. So you get you get something that has a lot of bell peppers in it. They'll julienne them up, saute the bell peppers, and the chef will want this nice kind of color range. So it's pretty. Now I will say in the case of a jalapeno, right? Oftentimes, so the greens are going to come off first, and then the reds. So the red I find the red to be a little bit more complex in flavor. So similar to a wine grape, right? Left on the vine a little bit longer, a little bit more expensive because it's a deeper, richer flavor. It's had time to mature, whereas a green is just, it's going to give you that heat, but you're not going to get some of the deeper, more complex flavor notes.
I wonder if one's hotter than the other.
I've heard that, because these are left on the vine longer, the reds, that they can be a little bit spicier. It also depends, if they're starved for water. There's some growers that will intentionally starve their chili peppers because it produces this reaction, back to our earlier point, of the capsaicin. When we talk about commercial growing, it's about a 180-day growing process, but the prep is actually almost equally as long. So a chili pretty much takes the entire length of the year. At HQO, what we'll do is, and this is the time that we do it, right? So we're at the beginning of the year right now, January, February, is we'll start reaching out to customers, gathering their forecasts. So this is largely for our specialty chilies. These are going to be things that are Chipotle, Anchos, Jalapeños, Habaneros. And we have to gather all these numbers because, again, we're talking on a commercial scale. We're talking hundreds of tons worth of product. And then we'll communicate with our growers that are in New Mexico. And we'll say, this is what we're looking like on, of course, we're talking on a dehydrated scale. So as you can see here, so this is, a dehydrated pepper. Jalapeno. It's a lot different in terms of weight.
Sure. Water.
So what our farmers have to do is they will take our volumes that are in tons and they will do the math to figure out how many seeds do I need to plant, how many acres of farmland do I need, what's my water allotment for these acres, and they will start planting in early spring. So every year, everything gets planted from seeds. It grows throughout the end of the spring and really through the summer months. June, July, and August is when these chilies are growing, are maturing. And at the end of summer, all the greens are harvested first. So we buy, so for the example of jalapenos, we buy both red and green. Green is more popular for us. They know how many tons of fresh chilies to harvest. So green comes off the vine first, and then a little bit later, so like September, early October timeframe, then reds will come off. And it's really interesting on the production scale, they process all their green chilies in all their equipment first. So I went last year with my dad, and they were actually doing the changeover. So it was really interesting to see. So that means they break down all their equipment, and all their equipment is green because they've been doing nothing but processing green chilies. And so they have about a month's time to do this changeover where they'll power wash all their equipment, they'll reassemble it. Of course, you have to test it for, pathogens, all that fun stuff. And then they process the reds. So in the early fall is when the chilies are processed, and commercially they are dehydrated with gas ovens.
Okay.
So they're
They're
dehydrated.
at the farm.
The farm.
At the farm, they're going to dehydrate them before they send them to you.
Exactly.
Got
Exactly. So everything is dehydrated. Now in third world countries, so like in India, they don't have that kind of technology. So a lot of the chilies are actually laid out in these like mesh wires under the sun. So the process takes a lot longer, but commercially, again, here in the States, it's a gas oven. And then the peppers are treated, so they're going to go to a steam sterilizer. Again, all the products at HQ are 100% ready to eat, so they've gone through some sort of kill step. In this case, it's steam. And then they're milled. We sell a variety of cut sizes, from diced to granules to a powdered jalapeno, as an example.
You said you do medium, hot, and hotter, let's say, three.
Yeah.
So are they paying attention to the amount of placenta and things that they are putting in there, and that's how their recipe is?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, they have to, because they will take chilies that are off the vine first, and they know also that they're going to have a lower shoe. So those are processed and tested, of course, right, with that HPLC. And so they're checking all along the way. Not only to mention, I think this point is really lost, and I want to emphasize this, is these things grow, they're fresh, right? This is full of water.
Right.
So there is a significant dry down ratio. Sometimes it can be 20-1, 30-1, when it dries down from a fresh chili into a dehydrated, and that concentrates everything.
Yeah.
So these farmers have had decades, generations worth of experience, that they know, hey, I'm testing it at this when it's fresh, but when it dries down, it's going to concentrate. And the same goes for the shoe. So I really think, we need to give pause to the amount of work that it takes to be able to bring these to the market on a commercial scale.
Science, baby.
Science. It's like magic, but real.
Seriously.
My wife loves sarcastic t-shirts, and that's probably the best one that she has.
All right. So, yeah, what's next?
So the chilies are ground to the variety sizes that, we would need. And then they're usually available by the end of the fall. Early winter is when they're commercially ready for shipment. So as you remember, we started in January and February. We gathered all the numbers. The product grew through the summer. It's processed in the fall, and then it's ready for shipment. So another thing with chilies is if you leave them, so now they're dehydrated, and one of the beautiful things about chilies is their color. So if you leave them just at ambient temperatures, the colors will fade. So what our suppliers will do is they'll put them in cold storage. So oftentimes it's refrigeration. And that prevents the color from fading, especially with the red chilies. So it goes into cold storage, and then it's usually shipped to us early in the year. So like here we are, we're shooting this episode, it's end of February. We're starting to take receipts of our chilies right now. And they've been in cold storage for about a month or two. And then we can ship it to our customers throughout the year. This is where I always encourage our customers, hey, work with us, forecast with us early in the year. I know it sounds crazy to plan a year in advance, but this is the way that we can guarantee the best quality material at the best possible price. Now, we always, will over order a little bit, because we always will have what we call spot buy customers. Those customers that are just going to try to come in and say, hey, I need a couple hundred or a couple thousand pounds. Of course, they're paying higher prices than those that choose to contract with us. But it's a long gestational period for the chilies to grow, and it's a, double long period in terms of the planning, what we have to do to get them ready on a commercial scale.
How long from the harvest to at my store? So like a whole year between there, you think?
It's about a year. Yeah. It's about a year. So the chilies that we are selling today were grown during the 2024 season. So they're being sold right now. And by, early summer, I'll be sold out of chilies. So if you come to me at the end of summer, worst possible time to try to spot buy things like jalapeños, chipotles, anchos, habaneros. I won't have them.
Yeah.
And you know, again, we're talking a commercial level. So let's say somebody has an idea for a hot sauce and they need, 5 tons of jalapeños, and it's July. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because the product is literally not ready. The product is still on the vine.
Yeah.
So it's just not available.
And the stuff that is available is already bought and sold.
It's already sold.
They were picking that now, right?
Exactly.
I love that you're mixing in a little bit of the science of the chili, but also the science of the commercial business.
The planning and kind of what goes into the business side of it. Because I hate disappointing customers, right? It's the last thing I want to do. But, I think it's through things like, we've made a harvest calendar where we can help educate our customers on when our product's in season, when's the time to contract. Contracting time is not harvest time. Contracting time is, 4 months before, products are even planted, because we have to be able to tell our suppliers, hey, this is the time when you need to get in, so that again you can get the best quality for the best price.
Now I think we should get Lonnie in here and we should start tasting. What Jonathan is doing is prepping us for bitter pain. Apparently Lonnie is like a big player here can handle. What's your favorite kind of heat right now? Like, do you like a jalapeno heat over a habanero heat, or a Thai chili over a...
I think it depends on what I'm eating.
Yeah.
The setting, what cuisine.
Yeah.
If it's Mexican food, I do like jalapenos. I love roasted serranos. Those are like chef's kiss.
You grew up in LA, so you know Mexican food.
Yeah.
That's one thing too, right?
Yeah.
My problem isn't that I can handle on my tongue, right? It's not the heat. I think I can handle it. It's coming out the other end that is.
Yeah, because we have like receptors.
Yeah, so
I mean, they're not like technically taste buds, but like we have the same pain receptors.
It's a nerve.
It's a pain receptor.
It's a pain receptor.
Receptors, and it's a protective mechanism to, prevent harm and damage to your body. It's
Sure.
like a primitive protective mechanism.
My point is that my reaction is different per type of chili.
Yeah.
On the back end.
I wonder how you so you can handle it on your tongue.
Correct. Do you know? Do you guys go to High Life?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know those chilies.
Yellow chilies?
Yeah.
What do they call those yellow chilies? Yellow chilies?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. What are they called?
Like a banana. It's not
Banana
a banana.
pepper.
It's not a banana pepper though. It's they're super tight and hard and juicy and
Yeah.
Well, it's also that they're bathed in acid, and acid is, very low pH, and that will absolutely burn your booty.
Really. So I love those with a passion, taste wise, but it's not worth it. All right. So the first one you have here,
First one is the Crazy Swine. So I think this is a little sweet. It's a smoky bourbon.
It smells so
hot
good,
sauce.
a little garlicky too.
So let's try. Oh, and I should probably introduce. So this is my wife. This is Mrs. OG Spice.
Alrighty.
Okay.
All right, let's try the first one.
Bonnie, it's good. It's got heat. When you first touch it to your tongue, it's got heat.
It's this little guy right here, right?
This liquidy one, the most liquidy one.
Kind of tastes like Tabasco.
A little bit like Tabasco. So, interesting point.
Yeah.
Do you know what Tabasco is?
It's a hot sauce.
It's a hot sauce. Yeah, I guess that was a dumb question.
I know it's a pepper too. I think it's a Tabasco pepper.
It's a Tabasco pepper, but the interesting thing about Tabasco is that Tabasco is a mash. So they take the Tabasco chilies and they age them in these white oak barrels, so similar to like a bourbon, for like 3 years in vinegar and salt. And that's how he gets that very unique flavor.
My dad would eat hard-boiled eggs. He would put Tabasco on it, and to this day, that's what hard-boiled eggs for me. I put different sauces on now. Sriracha is so good, and okay, so that's easy. That's like lightweight, right, Lonnie?
That's lightweight.
Okay, so the next one is what? The mustardy one?
This is the Yellow Bird. This is a habanero hot sauce. This has two out of 4 flames.
The habanero.
This is the one we discovered in Arizona.
Yeah.
When we took that
Okay,
trip a few
I'm
years
taking
back
a
when that was
healthy,
happening.
I know the camera can't see, but my camera way over there, but I'm taking a healthy little dip
healthy
there. You
dip.
see that? It's not. Okay. All right, so I love the taste of habanero.
Yellowbird. What do you think?
I love this as far as just taste, and I would put this on stuff. Now, heat. I mean, I can feel it now. It's not just on the tip of my tongue. It's kind of got in my whole.
Into my ears.
Ooh.
So what were you saying on the ears? Why are your ears like burned?
Yeah, with intense like heat, your nasal passages, your throat starts to get like really irritated, and it can cause some mucus production that kind of works its way up to your ears, causing like the ringing, like you said earlier. That I want it so hot that it makes my ears ring.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Snot up a little bit too.
She's a nurse.
She's a nurse. She knows.
All right.
I know stuff.
Let's talk about cooling down.
Yeah, I was going to say when we need it, because this
when you
feels
need
good. I can feel heat.
So, oftentimes people will reach for a glass of milk.
Yep. We're ready.
So why does milk help? So capsaicin, again, the active ingredient in the chilies, which gives it a burn, is oil based. So drinking water will not help you. Why? Because oil and water don't mix. It actually makes it worse, right? So drinking water just spreads the burn, which is why I was just watching an episode of The Hot Ones, and I was like, why is he giving them water to drink? That did make sense to me.
Because he wants them to hurt.
He wants them to hurt a little bit. Okay, I guess that makes sense. In milk is a protein called casein, which I thought was interesting because isn't that your son's name?
It's my son's name.
Casein.
Yeah.
So did you name him after the protein?
I
in
certainly
dairy?
didn't, but he's going to hate that that's the case.
So casein is a protein in dairy, and it binds to the capsaicin molecules in chilies, and it pulls them away from the pain receptors in your mouth and washes them away. So it physically will go grab them, remove them from the pain receptors, and then you swallow.
My tongue's burning a little bit
Yeah,
right
I
now,
bet.
by the
Really?
way. Yeah, but I took two big.
Maybe that's why I'm drinking water. I'm like,
Yeah, I would. It's so funny
burn.
you're saying it, but I was going to say to Max, or somebody, Noel, I would love a glass of water on hand as well. I kind of want to save the milk for
to the next
when I really need it.
Okay.
All right, but keep going.
So, of course, there's vegan options. So we have oat milk here.
And will this do the same thing?
It's not going to do anything.
Okay.
Because there's no casein in here. And moreover, there's no fat. So coconut milk or like a full fat plant-based creamer would help. Something that's like high fat to help dissolve the capsaicin. Interestingly enough, sugar or honey also competes with capsaicin on your tongue's pain receptors, and it will dull the pain. Citrus like lime or vinegar also helps, which I thought was super interesting. And the reason being is that capsaicin is actually alkaline, and acidic ingredients like citrus helps to neutralize the effects and make the heat more tolerable.
Very cool. What's the Scoville on this yellow stuff?
It doesn't give us
two flames.
Yeah, two out of 4 flames.
It's flaming my tongue right now.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one.
It's just my favorite. Huh?
It's her favorite. We
there's
literally.
a reason why the bottle is like practically empty.
What's it
These
called?
Don't stay full. They don't stay full very long. It's Organic Harvest Foods.
Yes. So Organic Harvest Foods, please, shout out. Send us cases. We literally buy this by the case.
Okay.
And I can only find it at Whole Foods.
Oh, and I'm totally that guy. I'll go down with my little shopping trolley.
Take
I'm
them all.
shameless. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so what kind of pepper is this? It's red.
I'm a purist. It's a habanero pepper. They
Okay.
also have a habanero chipotle, habanero jalapeno blend, but
Okay.
this one is like my absolute favorite.
All right, my nose is running already.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I had a medical conference a couple years ago, and TSA pulled me over. They said, "You have too much hot sauce. You need to pour it out." I was like, "I don't pour this sauce out." So I checked my suitcase. I was like, I will pay for the luggage fee. Yeah, because you can't
literally-
always find this. You can't always find this.
All right, so I'm going for it. Oh, I love the flavor.
Great flavor. I mean, these guys, what are they called again? Arizona what? Harvest?
Organic Harvest.
Organic Harvest Foods.
They're based in Arizona, I think.
Based in Arizona.
All right, so the last two we both had were habanero. This is habanero based as well. Tastes totally different.
Yeah.
The yellow one is definitely more of a pure habanero taste,
Yeah.
and that's more vinegary.
Yeah.
Been zhuzhed a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can notice, but I'm talking weird.
Yeah.
Like my
Yeah.
tongue is
Your
swelling
eyes
a
are
little
all
bit.
glossed over too.
Whoo!
All right.
We're
Let's
not
get
even
into
close.
the
yeah, the last one here.
last one.
Which is the last one?
This is Bomb Insanity.
Oh, this is it.
The
This
bomb.
is the mofo.
This is the
Beyond
mofo.
insanity.
When the social media girls bring us stuff to try, you know you're like,
Not good idea.
you're in deep.
I'm moving on. I'm hungry.
want to clear the palate. All right,
right.
you're doing it? You're
Lonnie's
going hot
doing
one?
it,
Yeah.
and
All right.
she's not being
You
shy.
guys got
about
your
it.
phones ready? Just go ahead and get up in there. I don't care if you jump in front of our cameras, that's fine. Get it for social.
Just so that like we're not in the way.
Yeah, but don't get up. I think get in there though. Right now, if she's eating it, just freaking get in there and then wait for me. and I'll do
Oh,
it.
she's putting more.
Well, just a little bit. It's very tasty.
It's tasty too.
Woo!
Did you do it?
It's coming. It builds.
All right, I'm.
Get in there, Rob.
Hold on, I'll get in there. Here we go. I got a good amount on
Yeah.
there. All that you gave me.
Oh, okay. That's a man-sized bite.
Oh.
Oh,
You may
Lord.
have ring sting tomorrow.
Oh.
All right.
I'm definitely. It's building. It's yummy. It's very good.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh shit is right.
It doesn't taste. I wouldn't put that on my stuff to make
See,
it taste
and
better.
that's my point. Is that this stuff is made with concentrated
My nose is running.
capsaicin
I'm gonna
Capsaicin.
take a little sip now.
extract.
Ah, there it is. All right.
So this is full fat.
Just kinda
Holy smoke, I
Smear
can't-
these and mix them all up now.
Oh, this is ice cream. Hallelujah. All right, I'm waiting though.
Bomb.
My problem with the bomb was that I didn't keep it in the front of my mouth, and I got
the
a little
back,
bit in
yeah.
the back of my throat right now.
Yeah.
I can feel it building and it's working its way up.
What is?
Your ears ring?
Not yet. It's close. It's definitely close.
All right.
All right. The bomb started with hot habanero, blended them with chipotle peppers, and natural pepper extract to create a sauce that was lab tested at 135,000 Scoville.
Holy smokes. Okay, so now I'm feeling it. In my chest, it's starting to come down, and I haven't taken a drink of anything yet. My nose is running pretty good.
Is your tummy feeling warm yet? Has it hit the
Getting
tummy?
there, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to the milk here, I think. Holy.
So I did milk.
Is it better to wait?
No.
Do you you let a fire burn before
Yeah.
you decide to go in with the fire department?
Casein.
Yeah, Casein to the rescue.
Casein to the rescue.
She put the bomb insanity on the ice cream. Lonnie, you're in trouble.
Yeah, like Lonnie's like, that's her chocolate bar.
Oh my gosh, yes. You know there's like chocolate with
Sauce.
raspberry and jalapenos and habaneros and chipotles. Like there's a whole
I didn't know that.
yeah, there's a whole market for like sweetened.
It hit my
and,
lips a little
like,
bit.
spice.
Good ice cream.
Ice cream.
Whew, dude, I'm hurting right now.
Yeah. You don't look well, my friend.
The ice cream doesn't help?
It doesn't really help. Where's the milk?
That's why I say get a stick
I'm
of
good,
butter.
I'm good, but
Like
I'm-
bite a stick of butter.
Can you do the Dumb and Dumber scene for me?
Yeah,
Can
like
you do
this.
the ketchup and the mustard?
The question is, can we finish the podcast right now?
Okay, I want to take one for the road. This was good. It smeared all
She is
together.
making me look like a wimp.
It's okay.
I don't know what
No,
it
it's perfect.
is.
Lonnie, thanks for coming on the show. Everybody, that was Lonnie Raju, and
Yeah.
she first appearance of a few. Yeah, she is going to be in the car. Michelle, if she starts to cry and complain, I want you to film it.
So what did you think on the oat milk?
So the oat milk didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything.
Coldness means something.
Sure. Whole milk obviously helps.
I didn't use water based on your education.
Yeah.
So it definitely helps.
You can also use starchy foods, rice, bread, or potatoes. They actually absorb the capsaicin and they will physically remove it from your mouth.
I was keeping my mouth full of milk.
Of
there
milk,
for a
so it
second.
could cool as
Just
much.
bathing my tongue
Yeah.
in a jacuzzi of milk. a cold plunge of milk.
So I got a few fun facts.
Okay.
So a Chipotle is not the fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
But the actual chili is really a smoked red jalapeno.
Oh, and they just name it Chipotle
And they
after
named
it's
it
smoked?
After its smokiness.
They smoke them then?
They smoke them, so it's over a wood fire.
Right.
So they take that jalapeno.
I call Chipotle sauces kind of like the Mexican barbecue sauce because it's the smoke that makes
So
it
you get
smell
the
like barbecue.
jalapeno fresh.
Yeah.
And you literally will hang it over a wood fire, and then the heat from the fire and the smoke will We'll dry it out.
Yep.
And turn it into a Chipotle that has a really smoky flavor.
Yeah. Great.
And then they grind it up, and now it's ground. Chipotle. That's usually how we sell it.
Got it. All right.
An ancho chili.
Yes. What's an ancho chili?
Is dried poblano. A poblano is the fresh version, so that's what's used in like chili rellenos.
Yep.
And then when you dry it, it becomes an ancho chili.
Oh.
So when you dry it, it gets a little sweeter, almost like a plum. Or prune, dried plum.
Yep.
And that's actually the key ingredient in a mole sauce because of its sweet flavor.
To go with the chocolate.
And then the last one, so you were calling that yellow guy the Habanero Carolina Reaper. It's not. A Carolina Reaper is actually a hybrid super chili.
Okay.
So it's been hybridized. It's called a Pakistani Naga chili pepper and a red habanero have been crossbred.
Huh.
And it's been bred for heat, flavor, and disease resistance. So it's incredibly hot.
I have seen dudes on TikTok just crank them.
I think that's dangerous.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine.
Yeah.
So Lonnie was saying that there are taste buds in my butthole. That's what she was saying. Let's science that up a little bit.
So it's true. You have taste receptors in your anus.
Okay.
So that's where the expression comes in. Goes in hot, comes out hot.
Yep.
Because while you're not literally tasting it, you are sensing that painful. So the same receptors that capsaicin is binding to in your mouth.
Yep.
Is happening at the exit.
Okay, because seriously, like it's not the fear of how bad it hurt in my mouth is one thing. Wait. It's tomorrow morning.
It's a good thing tomorrow's Saturday.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me just say that I took one for the team here.
You sure did. I appreciate it.
And I know that Lonnie can handle her hot foods now.
Her hot foods. That's why, like, my family, even though Lonnie's not South Indian, she's more Indian than I am because my dad, Dr. Spice, can do super, super spicy foods. And when I brought Lonnie home for the first time, we knew she was going to fit right in. So she and my dad can do really, really hot foods, and they both make fun of me.
So would you say that if we went and got some Indian and you said this is the spiciest stuff here, would it be that spicy that I just did? No, spicy.
It would be up there.
Okay.
And I would have to order it because Lonnie's gone to Indian restaurants on her own and said, make it very spicy. And they bring it kind of spicy because they look at her and they're like, look, we don't want to get in trouble here.
Right.
But I'm there. They're like, oh, okay, this guy could probably handle it. And they'll kick it up a few extra notches.
All right. Well, that's a date. I want to go get some Indian food with your dad and spicy it up. I want to tell people to like us and subscribe wherever you are watching or listening. So the OG Spice Guy Show can be heard on all the audio platforms like Apple Podcast and Spotify and Amazon Music.
Yep.
On Spotify, they can watch it on video as well. Awesome. By the way. Yeah. And then we're on YouTube.
We're on YouTube. So if you guys are listening to this episode and want to kind of see what we look like, and
that's right.
You see Rob crying as he's trying to bomb, check us out on YouTube or Spotify.
Yeah, see it to
you can
believe
see
it.
Us, so.
All right, another great show, bro.
Another good show. Thanks, man.
The OG Spice Guy Show is recorded and produced by Hey Babe Media in South Pasadena, California, in association with HQ Organics, America's leading provider of organic spices. Today's episode was produced by Rob Clyde, associate producer Max Flora. It was engineered and edited by Drew Unser. The assistant editor is Andrew Weinstock, set design by Shen Heckel, web and SEO by Rebecca McDonald, and graphics by Michelle Esteva. Social media services are provided by Noel Mercer and Sophia Sherman of Soel Social. You can DM and follow us on all platforms and socials at OG Spice Guy.